You don't need a big audience to make big money. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need to go viral. And you definitely don't need to post 24/7 to make a living online. What you do need is a clear path that turns attention into income. So when the right people discover you, there's a system in place that guides them forward. Because once you have someone's attention, whether it's from a reel, a post, or a personal recommendation, the real opportunity is knowing what to do next. It's not about going viral or chasing trends. It's about having a simple, smart path that helps you build trust, create value, and yes, eventually turn that into income, even with a small audience. The key to doing this effectively is to understand the journey your followers are on. Now, this goes back to something I talked about in a previous video. It's important to be clear on who your ideal followers are, what you have to offer, and how your content helps them move forward toward a goal they care about. For example, let's say you're a basketball coach focused on helping high school players get recruited. Your ideal followers aren't just there to watch highlight reels, they're athletes chasing a scholarship or a shot at playing for a D1 school. So their journey starts with trying to improve their own game. Then they start looking for guidance, confidence, and visibility. Eventually, they need someone to help them stand out and get noticed by recruiters. And that's where you come in, guiding them through that journey with your content, your perspective, and ultimately products and services that'll help them achieve their goals. All right, so that's one example. Let's go in a totally different direction. Let's say you're running a small aromatherapy candle brand, okay? Your ideal customer isn't just buying a candle, they're trying to create a peaceful environment at home. Their journey might start with stress or overwhelm. They look for ways to relax and unwind after a hard day at work, get better sleep, and eventually they find your brand. Not just for the product itself, but because it helps them feel more calm, rested, and in control of their environment. Okay. In either case, you're not just shamelessly pushing some arbitrary crap to bang a buck. You're offering a path. You're helping someone move forward from where they are now to where they want to be. And that path, the one that takes someone from problem to progress, from interest to outcome, that's what we call the customer journey. It's the path that takes someone from discovering you to eventually buying from you and then advocating for you. When you understand that path, when you map it out intentionally, you can guide people forward in a way that feels natural, helpful, and aligned with what they already want. All right, so here's how it works. Step one is awareness. This is where it all starts. Someone sees your content, a reel, a tweet, a video, whatever, and they discover you for the first time. They're not ready to buy. They might not even know they have a problem yet, but now they're aware that you exist. Step two is interest. So next they start paying attention. They watch more of your stuff. They stick around. They start to see your content speaks to something they care about. You're not just noise. Now you're relevant to them. Step three is consideration. Now they're thinking, this person actually gets it. They click your link to join your list, opt into your lead magnet, or shoot you a DM. At this stage, you're starting to build trust, and they're evaluating whether you're somebody that can help them solve a problem or achieve some kind of desired outcome. Step four is purchase. This is where they take the leap. They trust you enough to invest in your product or your service, your offer, or maybe it's just something that you're recommending, but they're ready to spend money with you. You've built up enough credibility and value that it feels like this is the next logical step. Step five is ascension. If they have a good experience as a customer, they'll want more. This is where your next level offers come in. Deeper support, faster results, a premium experience. And because you've already built trust, moving them up the value ladder, this feels like a natural evolution. It doesn't feel like a hard sell. And finally, step six is advocacy. When you help someone get a real result, something that actually improves their life, they'll want to tell people about it. They'll share your content, recommend your offer, and become a champion for your brand. So that's what we mean by customer journey. It's the path that takes someone from discovering you to becoming a loyal customer and a brand advocate. All right, so if the customer journey is the path the audience takes, the value ladder is how you structure your offers to support them at each stage. It begins with your free content, the stuff that you post on social media that grabs attention, builds trust, and starts the relationship. From there, your next rung might be a lead magnet, a free download, a checklist, a training, something valuable enough that someone's willing to exchange their email for it. They aren't spending any money yet, but they're raising their hand and saying, yes, I like what you have to offer, and I'm giving you permission to share more of that through email. Then, once they're on your list and more engaged, you introduce a starter offer, something simple, low risk, and helpful that gives them a real win and helps move them closer to a goal. After that, your ladder can continue to climb with more in-depth products, services, or premium experiences that offer even more value. The goal isn't to push people up the ladder, it's to guide them by showing up with the right offer at the right time based on what they need at that moment. And when you structure your business this way, with a clear value ladder that aligns with your customer journey, making money from a small audience becomes a whole lot simpler because you're not just posting content and hoping for sales. You're leading people on a path from free to paid, from aware to advocate, one step at a time. So going back to our basketball coach example, let's take a look at how a simple value ladder might work. First, you have your free social media content. You post short videos on Instagram and TikTok showing shooting drills, confidence tips, or quick recruiting advice. This is what gets attention. It's how players discover you and start tuning in. Then you offer a lead magnet, something of value in exchange for their contact information. Maybe it's a free downloadable checklist like 5 things every high school player should do to get noticed by college coaches, something like that. They opt in with their email address, and now they're on your email list, which gives you a direct line to follow up with them and build trust. Once you've established trust, you can present your entry-level offer. You might sell a $47 video course called the Recruiting Playbook, showing players and parents how to build a highlight reel, contact coaches, and stand out during the season. This gives them real value and a quick win, which confirms that you have something of value to offer and it's worth spending money with you. And now that they're a customer and they've received a lot of value from your initial offer, some players might want more structure and accountability. So you offer a monthly coaching membership with group Q&A calls, film breakdowns, and personalized feedback. Others might want hands-on help with their recruitment strategy. So you offer a premium consulting package where you work with them one-on-one to build their highlight reel, reach out to coaches, and plan the next steps. The offers can vary, but the principles stay the same. You're meeting your audience where they are and giving them a chance to take the next step with you whenever they're ready for more. You're not forcing sales, you're guiding committed players up the ladder from free content to real results. And of course, this was just one example, but this works in any market. So you don't need millions of followers and big brand deals to make real money from your audience. You just have to attract the right people with valuable content, guide them along a clear journey one step at a time, and support them with offers that match where they are and what they need as they grow. All right, at this point, you might be wondering, well, how do I actually build this? How do you set up a simple page to collect email addresses and deliver your lead magnet? How do you take payments for your offers? How do you automatically follow up with your leads and move them forward without spending your whole day stuck in DMs and writing emails? What tools should you use and how should you use them without getting overwhelmed? Well, that's exactly why I created the Smart Funnel Stack training, which you can get access to right now 100% free. It's a lean, proven system that shows you step by step how to build the kind of funnel we just walked through. A system that collects leads, delivers value, follows up automatically, and turns attention into income even with a small audience. No fluff, no bloated tools, no guesswork, just the exact stack that I recommend and use myself, plus training that'll help you go live quickly. All right, now just to be clear, this is not some pitch for one of those overpriced out-of-the-box funnel building softwares like you've probably seen before. This is my tech stack that I use and recommend after 15 years of building sales funnels. It allows me more flexibility in customization, and it will save you a lot of money compared to more popular tools that you might have seen in the marketplace before. And again, it's totally free. Just click the link in the video description to get access now. And if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one, and select all to get notified when new videos like this one are released in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.